What's up, guys? Welcome back to SuttyTrades, where we are always moving forward. I'm not even going to say a but, because positive affirmation, we are always moving forward. Moving forward we are. Okay, so what are we doing, guys? I had someone contact me and ask if I could please in my next video go over my actual markup of the chart in a little bit more detail. Oh, and by the way, what do you think about the background? Positive affirmation, right? Money, money, money. If we see money, maybe we make money. If only it was that easy. Yeah, anyway, I'm going way off track now because I see money. Yeah, anyway, so someone was asking, can I go into the breakdown of my my trade, whatever I take today? So there hasn't been an alert yet. There was an alert late yesterday, so I'm going to look at that and I'll run through the breakdown on this video. It might have already been kind of hit, or maybe we've missed the trade, but I'll still run through that breakdown. And then the next trade, if I do take a trade today, I will also run through the breakdown. So basically this is the breakdown, as you can see. So what I'm going to do, this probably has already happened, but I will just go through exactly how I would mark this up. So let's go to trading view, GBP JPY. Okay, GBP JPY, which we are already in. And I think we are actually looking at the same. Am I looking at that? Yes, this is the actual alert. And this is actually something I was looking at right now without even checking the alert. So that's handy, right? How would I go about marking this up? Let's just make sure our 4 hour is right on the bottom of that, which it is. So this is just about touch, but it's not actually, for me, it's not even coming and mitigated at all yet. So this is still very much a valid OB. So first thing I do is I mark up my 4 hour OB. What I will do as well is, and this is up to you, you don't have to do this, but I like to just get an idea of if there is a strong support and resistance zone. So look at that. So you see how we got touch, touch, and touch. So support and resistance, really nice support and resistance right in the center. Okay, so that's just an extra confluence. It doesn't mean I will or won't take a trade based off that. It's just something that I like to have as an extra confluence. Then what I will do is I will go down to the 1 hour. I will see what do we have on the 1 hour. So we do have this. I'm going to just take up both of these just because it's 2 in a row. And I like the look of that, so mark up my 1 hour OB there. Then after that I will drop down to the 15-minute. So all I'm doing now, guys, is I'm just looking for somewhere that could be a potential area of interest where I'm going to start looking from. Okay, sorry guys, let me just booking my hair. I need to desperately cut my hair. So booyah. Okay, getting my hair cut. Exciting, super exciting, man. Grows so fast here, man. It's just, I'm just gonna get a trim. All right, so where were we? Let me just minimize that so we have more space. So what do we see here, guys? I see quite a lot actually. So the first thing is, obviously we have this right here, which is an imbalance. And then we have another imbalance right below that, which is on that as well. So it's two areas I'm looking at, right? These are my areas that I'm looking at. I'm probably going to try and be more patient and see if we can get up to the second imbalance because it's further into the 1 hour OB. You see, with these, there's no guarantee, guys. All these are areas of interest that I'm going to start looking for that change of character. You could drop further down to the 5 minute if you want. you don't want to have too many areas. You know, you don't want to have like, so this is quite interesting as well, guys. We have a drop-based drop here. You see this black candle here, right in between the two, which is interesting. So that imbalance is still pretty much there. The imbalance over here can actually be a little bit smaller now, can be over there, which sits nicely on that. So these are the areas I'm going to look at. That rally-based rally is right on that imbalance anyway. So the imbalance, I'm going to keep that. So what, you know, I don't want to have too many things. So this right here, it is an order block, but sorry, not a rally-based rally, it's a drop-based drop, which is a form of an order block. So basically that's it, guys. That's what I would do. I don't think I'm going to look at this, to be honest, because I'm going to wait for price to probably come into here. So this could be a potential 2-trade setup, and what I mean by that is when price does come, let me just zoom out to this, if we get a nice change of character and I take it but it ends up stopping me out, I will then wait for the next, right? So I'm almost preparing myself for a potential loss to start off with. It all depends on price action around that time. And also time of day, I suppose. If this comes into play, I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. It's probably going to be more towards New York session, which would actually be really nice. If we have a change of character New York session, then there's a good chance that we're going to have the move in that direction. So that's how I'd mark that up, guys. I'm just going to, okay, it's already set up. For me, I'm kind of liking this one a little bit more because my areas are clear, much more clear. There's an area of interest right on that fairly strong daily support resistance. So if we have a move off of that, even if it's just like a small retracement, if we could potentially get at least our 1-to-1. That's all I want. I just want the 1-to-1. We can go risk-free, and then if we get to the 1-to-3, great. If it moves up, then even if it stops us out and we lose nothing, win nothing, it's fine. We get another chance up there. That's the hope. So that's my breakdown, guys. I am going to do another video where I go into much more detail my strategy, and I'm not just talking about the strategy. I'm talking about the risk management, how I manage my trades, the amount I risk, how it changes for prop firm to live, everything, guys. So it'll be a very in-depth video. I'm hoping to have that done within the next couple of weeks. And I am also creating a very in-depth PDF, which not only goes over my strategy, but it also goes through kind of in more detail what order blocks are, what a lot of the terms I use are. So more descriptive information about everything I touch on within my strategy. So once that is set up, I'll give you guys a preview. If it's something I have a lot of interest in, then maybe, you know, it's something that I could release to the public. But it's something that I'm at the moment just setting up kind of for myself. And if it's something that is in demand from you guys based on my results, because at the end of the day, if I'm not getting results, who would want my strategy, right? So let's see how things go. My Forex funds, we're almost there. If I can get the pass, then maybe it will justify my strategy a little bit more. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. I will pop back in a little bit where I will go over maybe some results on these markups. All right, we will see you guys soon, and maybe when you see me next, I'll have a nice little fade. Yeah. All right. Okay, guys, we will catch you soon. Bye. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. I just want to give an update to the last section of this video. It's actually been a day and a half since then. And it's been tough. We've had a tough couple of days. Been a bit on a bit of a losing streak. We lost 2 in a row on, when was it? Wednesday, 2 in a row, and then we got a break even, and that was the end of the day. One trade yesterday, lost that as well. So basically have taken 3 losses with the one break even, which, I mean, in terms of a 55%, 60% win rate, that happens, right? And even when I did that simulation based on my results, the Monte Carlo simulator, which simulates all different variations of what's possible with with your win rate, what you're risking, and everything like that. In that simulator, I mean, even on the sort of most likely outcome, there was still, I think, like 6 or 7 losses in a row. So this can happen. You can have a bit of a losing streak, and this is where it's so important to stick to your strategy. Stick to, if anything, like what I'm doing now is I'm looking for little kinks in my strategy. So I'm not going to go. What a lot of people will do at this point, that they do a strategy, they do the back testing, they get the numbers, and everything's, they're happy with where they're going, and they're like, cool, I'm gonna make millions now, and this is it. And then they have a day or 2 days where they have 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 losses in a row, and they're like, this strategy sucks. I'm done with it. I'm going to go look for another strategy. And then they jump over to YouTube or wherever it is they want to try and find a new strategy, back test it, jump on, and it becomes this vicious cycle. And I've been in that cycle before, and I think the only way you will ever be a profitable trader is by sticking to a strategy, sticking to one strategy, and stop jumping from strategy to strategy to strategy every time you take a losing streak. Because at the end of the day, every strategy, no matter who you are, no matter how good you are, there's going to be losses. There's going to be streaks of losses, In the same way, you're going to have streaks where you win a lot, and then, things are great. But you've got to be prepared for these times. I did everything I was supposed to. I followed my rules to a T. But my strategy is not 100% win rate. No one's is. I don't think there's a strategy in the world that is 100%. And for most people, 50% is a good win rate. And that means for every 10 trades, you're losing 5. And you could lose 4 in a row. You could lose all 5 in a row. That's just the way it goes. So for me, 3 losses, it sucks because we were on a really good, I think it's the first losses this whole, or first losing days, should I say, this whole trial. Now we are running low on time. So, I mean, the good thing is, no matter what, I will make sure I secure the free retake, right? So, worst case scenario, I get the free retake and we just go again. Best case scenario, I have a few really good days and, we nail it and we get there. Only time will tell. So, as I was saying, one of the things these losing streaks do is make doo-doo. Doo-doo. Last 2 days were doo-doo. Anyway, what they do is make me sit down and kind of look, where can I improve? I'm not going to jump strategy, obviously, this is my strategy, but how can I improve? Why did I lose? What was it? And I did find a very small, I wouldn't say it's a flaw, but a very small area that I can improve on. And what that is where there's, oftentimes you will have your 4-hour OB and you will have price come down to your area of interest, and then you'll have a breakthrough. Now, one of the key things for me is patience. Only trade on a strong chalk. What I mean by chalk is change of character, a strong push in the opposite direction, an obvious change, not something that's, should I take it? No. And that's, I'd say maybe 2 of my losses were because I jumped in too soon. And, I was at that point trading against trend because it hadn't turned yet. Yes, we were in an area where we thought maybe it will, but it hadn't. So I'm looking at, I'm back testing now again. You know, I am so big on make a small change, back test it. Make a small change, back test it. Just, you know, so I'm all about the numbers. So one thing.
Good morning, this is your captain speaking. We are preparing for takeoff. No, I'm joking. I just wanted to quickly finish up on where we left off there, guys. Yeah, as I was talking about back testing and numbers, I have actually been back testing, and I'm doing my next video is actually all about my back testing and why I do it and what it actually gives me. So let me just quickly show you guys just a little preview. So this is, I've been back testing, and I think I've done 28 trades already. 28 trades, not quite 28, but close to 28 alerts. So these are directly from the alerts. I started from the beginning of the year, the 3rd of January. And I would like to get, if I can, at least 100 to 200 trades in this. Now, all I'm doing here is basically, you know, being very strict with my patience, waiting for that break. And if it pushes through and stops me out the first time, I won't look for a break straight away. I will actually wait then for it to go to the next area of interest. Because if it's breaking through there and there's nothing else, no other reason, it's clearly either it's just it's manipulation, or it is the price wanting to go somewhere else before it turns. So what I have done now with all of my markups with this test is basically mark up another area past where price could turn, where I think price could potentially go, you know, to next. And I have only, with all 28 trades, there's only been one alert where I traded, and I basically only trade 2 trades per alert. That's it. If I lose both of them, I stop and I go to the next one. And I'm only looking for 2R or stop. There's no other management other than that. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm trying to get a very clear kind of win rate percentage, you know. And it's not an exact number, because I know market changes and market phases, and there is always going to be a difference. But this I will keep going through, and I will keep adding to the point that I even have like 1,000 trades in this journal. And if I have 1,000 trades and I'm sitting on somewhere around 50%, that's really good, and that means that what I'm doing is working, and I can trust it, you know. So one thing I just did want to show you guys as well, on the flip side of what I was talking about with psychology and losing and stuff, you're gonna have the flip side of that, right? Now with this, I am only taking 2R, closer 2R, or it stops me out, right? And I've had 60% win rate from that. And there's only been one, I think, was it this one? Where did I have? Yes, this one here, AUD and NZD on the, but actually when I looked at that before I even went it, I said I'm just going to do every single alert. I probably wouldn't have taken that, because the break of structure and then the return to the OB, there wasn't even a 1 to 5, and I like to only take it if it's a 1 to 5. So I probably wouldn't even have taken it, but for the interest of just getting this based on all the alerts, there was only one pair that I got stopped out in both trades. But look at this, guys. The last 3 on the 6th of Jan, the last 3 alerts I tested, all 3 of them would have gone over the 1 to 10, right? Which is just crazy. Now, this is something you've got to look at as well, right? If you were trading for 1 to 10, your win rate would be really low. So if you look here, I think there was, I think this one actually went 1 to 10. I said 1 to 5, but it actually went further. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 out of 28, which is not a good win rate at all. But 7, right? Let me just write it here, so I hope you guys can see it here. Let me just check in the window. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, so I actually have to. You guys can't even see my win rate there. There, that's what I was looking at. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys can't see it. So 7 out of 28, right? it's only 25%, guys. 25% win rate, right? That means for every 10 trades, I'm only winning maybe 2, 3. But check this out, right? So seven wins at that is 70R minus 21R, right? Because that's the 1-to-1, right? So that is, what's that? 49. That's still 49R, guys, which is, you know, it's crazy. And if you look at what my current amount is just for taking 2, okay. So 49R at risking $50 a trade is actually 2,450, if I've got it correct, which is actually crazy, guys. With a 60% win rate, if I'm looking for 2R, I'm currently, after all these trades, sitting at 1,150 up. With a win rate of 25%, 7 out of 28, that go to 1 to 10, I'm sitting at $2,450. Isn't that crazy? But to be honest, I just don't, at the moment, I don't think my nerves could hold that. I think the only way I could do that is basically go into a trade and just leave it. But these trades would be running sometimes over 2-3 days. So, you know, you got to be aware of that as well. So you would sometimes have 3-4 trades running simultaneously. So, I mean, the ones that are stopping out will probably stop out quicker than that. So, you know, it's just something to think about, you know, when you have 2 trades that go in the wrong direction. Even this, right? I had, if you look here, guys, I had 3 losses in a row, which I've just had now, right? This last week, which was, you know, my worst couple days since I started the trial. 3 losses in a row, right? And then I was followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins in a row. So that's 500. So I lost 150, but I made back 500. So, you know, this is the thing. Just keep trading your strategy and stick to your rules. Because when you are following a systematic approach like this, that's what it has to be. It has to be, let me go back to this. It has to be systematic. And what systematic means is there's no, it almost like once you've got your rules, you trade it like a robot, right? You imagine yourself as an EA, an emotionless EA, which I know is difficult, but that's, for me, that is where what I'm working so hard on now, is to get to that point that I just can trust my strategy because I've tested it, and trade it. Come win or lose, I know that in the long term, it is going to be profitable, and that's the main thing. And it can be tough. It can be tough when you're doing the prop firm challenges, because you have such a tight window, you know, in terms of your your loss. I can't go below, what is it, 10%, I think. Or on MFF maybe it's 12%, but still, that means, you know, the more losses in the row, the more it kind of like it affects you, because you know you're running really close to that being cut off and just failing the challenge. So it is a little bit harder, but I think, you know, if you're trading a prop firm and you're risking 0.25, I think you're still going to get there, you know. So that's, I mean, I think you can realistically take 2 trades a day, even 3 trades a day. So let's say you're trading 20 working days, 20 trading days in a month. You are looking at 60 trades in a month, right? I've not even hit 60, I'm on 28, right? So even if you're winning 30 out of those 60 trades, it's, you know, you're gonna be way ahead, you know. So this is something you can just trade. And if you're trading 0.25, it's still gonna go, in the long run, it's gonna go in your favor. And this is why I'm kind of now leaning a little bit more towards this style, which is, it's a TP or it's an SL, right? What I mean by that is either my trade is going to take profit or it's going to lose, and that's it. There's only two ways the trade can go, And what that then allows me for over a longer period is to get a much clearer understanding of my win rate, right? And if you have a very clear understanding of your win rate, it's going to get a lot easier to start trading on that systematic, approach, being very systematic with how you trade. And I truly believe the most profitable traders are the traders that are trading just with a systematic approach. They know what their win rate is, they know their strategy, and they just stick 100% without any deviation to that rule. And that's it. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to finish with that. I will be going into more detail with my backtesting, why I backtest, how I backtest, kind of the just what I'm looking for in terms of the info. It's very straightforward, very basic, guys. And then I just backtest it based on all the alerts that have come through as far back as I can. I would love to get 1,000 trades, but I just think that's not possible. I don't think I can go that far back. So my target is between 100 and 200 trades for this back test. So I've still got a long way to go. We're only on 28. And then let's see what my win rate is. So yeah, anyway, guys, I am going to leave it there. We will be back on Monday. Not sure if I'll post the video on Monday. It all depends on how the trades go. But I am pushing for the MFF account. Sorry. I am actually going to continue with the My Forex funds with this. And the reason being is because I am still very busy. My weeks are still very busy. I'm running around a lot. So I don't want to miss those trades where I can go break even because I'm out, I'm busy, I'm in a meeting or whatever, which I did. One of my 3 losses over the last week was a trade that shouldn't have been a loss, should have been a break even. So for that reason, I think I'm just going to go a lot more along the lines of systematic. I will keep records of all my trades. So my live trades are going to be slotted into this as well. So this is going to be back testing, forward testing. All of my data is all going to come into this. And I think we will also, because I'm actually, if I quickly show you, I'm sorry, I don't want to make this too long, but I'm also jotting down the ones that went, TP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 5. If they go past 5, I just write if they hit 10 or not, right? That'll then give me an idea of win rates for other TPs as well, right? So then I can potentially change how I trade as well, or I can just stick to what I am doing with the knowledge that, maybe on different accounts, a live account, whatever, I can actually go for the TP10 and just leave it to go over a much longer period of time. So it's all really, really good to have this information, guys. It's because you can really get so much from this information. It's all about the numbers, guys. And also, once you get a huge amount of trades, you can start looking at specific pairs. What are the win rates on specific pairs? And you can then maybe start dialing down the number of pairs you trade based on the better win rates, And market changes. I'm not saying that your win rate is always going to be exactly the same. It's not. But if you have an idea, like for me, if I'm sitting at around 50%, 55%, 60%, I'm then within my mind, I'm like, okay, anywhere from like a 40 to a 60, I'm happy with. It's still going to deliver results, right? And that's basically all I'm looking for. Anyway, guys, have an awesome rest of your weekend. I hope you guys can chill, relax, stay safe, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.